The emotional, social, and physical development of young children has a direct effect on their overall development and on the adult they will become. That is why understanding the need to invest in children is very important.
Our major vision and mission is imagine a world where every child reaches their full potential. And if you have to imagine every child reaching their full potential, you must provide avenues for them to do so. And we believe every child in their own community should get access to that. Affordable, quality early childhood care and education. With the mind of a child in our hearts, that child who is there, can he be able to reach like somehow a child who comes from Runda or Kileleshwa?
The first years in a child's life could hold the key to unlocking his or her life's long potential. By the age of 5, almost 90% of a child's brain will be developed. These are the formative years where factors such as adequate healthcare, good nutrition, quality childcare, and education influence their future as adults.
There was a gap between 0 to 3. Nobody bothers about these children. But the fact remains that I've told you earlier, they exist. So between 0 to 3, brain development is very rapid. That is where many things are formed in the child's life. And because of that, we want to capitalize on that window period to make sure the kids are reaching their full potential by giving them a proper foundation, a good start. So by the time they reach 4 years, they're able to be independent, they're able to express themselves, they're able to be disciplined and assertive.
Health, nutrition and wash is a very critical department in terms of early childhood development. Reason being, for a child to develop to their full potential, they do need the basic nutrients in their body. Since early childhood, there is the brain development, cognitive, motor, and all that. So nutrition plays a very key role in that development of a child's life.
Kidogo is a social enterprise that provides high-quality, affordable early childhood care and education with 52 childcare centers and 24 certified ECD-trained women.
We have 2 programs majorly. Number 1 is Hubs and Spokes. Then number 2 is Workplace. When we talk about hubs, we mean centers of excellence, ECD centers that are run by Kidogo, managed by Kidogo entirely. But now, we don't have those centers everywhere. We only have them in 3 communities. Kidogo intends to scale up with the spokes. And the spokes are, we are meaning like partnering with women in the community who have their own childcare centers to be able to help them come to a level of quality and being sustainable. So we saw the best way to make the children reach their full potential, we cannot be able to work with our hubs alone. So we had to partner with women who have daycares. And these women, we bring them on board, we train them.
So far we've been able to reach several women. Currently we work in Kibera, in Kawangware. Recently we started in Githurai and Kangemi. So, and last year we actually had our first group graduating, like officially graduating, and we had about 24 women.
Apart from giving them the business skills and entrepreneurial skills, we are giving them ECD skills. And most of them say they have passion for children. But this is an office for this woman. If this is where I work every day, I cannot eat passion. I have to put something on my table beside taking care of people's children. Then we turned that passion into business. So you're working with a woman who has passion and who loves doing business. So we call them mamapreneurs.
Early childhood education has undergone tremendous changes in terms of growth and development. More ECD centers have been established in villages, rural and urban areas. Caroline is one of the women who graduated from Kidogo and started her childcare in 2015 with 24 children, and she now has more than 50 children enrolled.
The main reason why I started WeCare was to empower women to be able to continue working while also learning the importance of early childhood education. When I wanted to start a daycare, I went around and looked what other daycares were doing. So the main thing that I saw was a challenge was the time. So So you find most people or most parents, they have to go to work at around 6 in the morning, and they leave late in the evening at around 7 to 8. So you find the daycares that are within where we are working, they open at around 7 or 6. If it is the earliest, it is 6:30, and they close at around 5. So you find it is a challenge to these parents who are early risers, and those who also come late in the evening. So that's the reason why I started those like opening very early in the morning at around 5:30, and also I close very late in the evening at around 7:30 or even 8. Since I started working with Kidogo, things changed, because before I didn't know the children needs to be involved in different activities. Children were coming in the morning, they spend the day, in the evening they leave. But when I joined Kidogo, they took me through the training. So I've learned a lot, how to handle the children, how to provide the meals, and also how to be a responsible caregiver. During the day, we have different activities that the children do. They don't just come and sleep or spend the day doing nothing. We have like coloring, we have painting, we have they sing, they eat, they play, and they also sleep.
And we encourage also to have like learning centers, for which you have, for example, a dramatic center. So for dramatic, you find they have these toys for, let me just call it in Swahili, chamama na chababa, where they can have, like, they can role play the things they see in society or at home. So you find they want to cook, and they want to serve each other tea and all those things. So those things encourage learning for babies, for children, and so centers like those encourage them to like play and learn to be creative.
We believe strongly children learn through play. And if they learn through play, there are so many other benefits a child can get through that. Number one, they're well stimulated. Number two, it propagates proper brain development. The child grows very fast. Language development is quicker if you compare with those children who just stay without being brought in these centers that you're advocating for to be there.
In low-income countries, 1 in 5 young children enroll in ECD centers. Children from poor families are less likely to attend early childhood programs, and even for those who have access, they are poorly trained in overcrowded and unstimulated environments.
Poverty levels have hit these areas so hard, to a level whereby there are some centers charge 50 bob, and you have to give those children food.
We have those that pay on a daily basis, weekly basis, and on a monthly basis. And people here, they earn little. So like when it comes to paying school fees, it is difficult. Yeah, you have to struggle. Asking them, you bring money, you remind them each and every day. Some will come with excuses, so you'll find it's difficult.
Another challenge is that there are no government policies guiding 0 to 3. Ideally, even like content, materials to use for 0 to 3, they're not there. And that's why I say like Kidogo has made a mile. It has come with an approach of helping the children who are 0 to 3. And this is what we teach the caregivers. You can help them. Because the government starts from 4 years and above. Where do we live 0 to 3? The fact remains that they're there. They live and they're taken care of in people's houses. So we go, fetch this woman wherever they are, we look for them, bring them, train them, and make sure that those kids are having a better life.
Mothers living in urban slums have to make a difficult decision each day about whether to stay at home with their children or go to work. As a result, the young children are often left at home alone under the care of older siblings who are put out of school or are in unsafe local care-based centers with untrained caregivers.
We are setting daycares in industries because whether you like it or not, women nowadays, they don't just sit there to be housewives. They're going out there in these industries to work, but they have their babies back at home. I cannot be comfortable in mind. Like my mental health will not be that good if my baby is not safe somewhere. So we are trying to work with industries, and so far we've got one in industrial area whereby we have a childcare center. A woman can come and drop the baby, whether those ones who are working in HR, those who are working wherever they are working in the industry setting, they can be able to leave their children safe, secure, and they are sure that they will be well stimulated by learning through play. Our caregivers are extraordinary. They are responsive caregivers, not just I'm doing for the sake of doing. I am doing it from my head to impact the life of children. And if you compare a caregiver who has gone through our program and another one who has not gone through our program, there's a very big difference. When these children reach their full potential, the children who are in informal settlements, they will not feel different from those ones from Runda and Kileleshwa. They will compete on the same levels when they get higher, and they'll be able to be independent. They'll be like the skills you're giving them when they're 0 to 3. Research has shown that these kids, when they grow up, they never forget those skills. They benefit from those skills, and it can be able to make them be able to reach these other opportunities like any other child elsewhere.